and something bad is about to happen to me. I don't know what, but I feel it.
Alright guys, I'm loving my outfit. So this is a crocheted top that somebody at my college made for me. It was really cute. And then wearing white linen pants. And now I'm gonna record my video. Okay, also I got my hair done somewhat recently by amazing Teresa in Colorado Springs, Fox and Jane Salon. She's amazing. So yeah, that's where this balayage comes from. But okay, to get started with this video, it's been like maybe 6 months since I made my last video, but I think it's finally time to upload my apartment tour video. It kind of took a while just because I moved in a little bit earlier than everybody else, but it was like first year mentoring and all these things that just, I didn't have really much time to put everything together. But now I'm on block break. It is my last day of block break, but I'm kind of getting everything together. So basically, if you don't already know me, my name is Rain, and I'm a junior at Colorado College, and I really wish all these kind of videos were made for me when I was in high school, and so I'm just trying to make it now for like potential newcomers for Colorado College. But yeah, this is an apartment tour of an East Campus apartment called Chiles. I guess before I start everything, the reason why I want to make this video is because I didn't realize the amount of love and really kind comments that I was gonna get in the last video. Like this, maybe I'll pop it up here and there, but they were so sweet and it just made me want to make more videos. So thank you everybody for commenting all those nice words. And yeah, if I'm not making eye contact here, it's because I'm looking at my monitor right here, so that's why. How the picking process for housing works at CC is a random drawing system. So everybody is going to get a housing slot number sometime in the spring, and so priority first comes from seniors. There's not much senior living at CC. There's maybe 75 slots for senior cottages, things like that, but they're on a completely different cycle than us. Then it's going to be juniors, then sophomores. Freshmen are already put in. You don't really get a choice in that, but for juniors and sophomores, it's a crucial time, very stressful. But I don't know, for some reason I get horrible housing slots every single year, and I don't know why. But yeah, I get the last time slot of that day. So it's basically first come, first serve, and there's about 3 days dedicated to this with certain increments of time per day. And so for example, if it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 12 to 5 every single day, Monday 12 p.m. is gonna be your best time slot because they're gonna get first pick on any of the houses they want. And so for us, we have 8 people that could have possibly had that amazing time slot. Thankfully, our friend Liam had that time slot, and so that's why he was able to secure this apartment. It's one of the best, I'd say it's one of the best apartments on campus, to be honest. It's really modern, it's really new. I'll show you kind of around what it looks like. But that's pretty much how it goes. And after, if you don't get what you want, there is a wait list system. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it's all up on the website, so it's pretty simple. East Campus is kind of like a U shape with Hibble in the front. Basically what the U shape does is the apartments away from the mountains basically all look the same, and apartments towards the mountain all look the same. So basically the features are slightly different, but they're pretty much all 8% apartments. We have 3 floors. First floor has an ADA room, and our roommate has a cat that you probably already saw, Maki, and so works perfectly there. That's where we also have our living room. We have our kitchen. Everything is fully furnished in terms of we have the couches given to us. We have all the tables and seatings and things like that. Then when you make your way onto the second floor, there is a shower, a bathroom, 2 sinks, and a slight living common area. And we have 3 rooms here, and that's where I live, my roommate Kate, and my roommate Emma live. And then when you go up the stairs, it's pretty much the same layout, but it's actually just 4 rooms up there. That's where all the boys plus Greta lives. And yeah, that's pretty much what the setup of this house looks like. On the second floor is really nice because we have an access to a bridge that's shared with another house. We don't really interact, but it could probably be cute to do so. But if we were ever to hold any events and stuff like that, we have it out there just because it's a nice little cozy area. And the rocking chairs, everything is provided as well. After editing my video, I realized I didn't really have any audio while I was like cleaning up my room and stuff like that. So I guess like during this time, I can give you guys some advice that I kind of learned in terms of like housing. I think an important skill that I learned, just I guess throughout the time, is just kind of how to maximize the amount of space that you have when space is pretty limited. And so each year I loft my bed to the top as much as I can, just enough so that the drawers and shelves can fit under, and that's where all my clothes go, my utility cards, stuff like that. Even with that, the shelves only take up pretty much half of the space under your bed, and so behind that is where I put all my bulky things, whether that be big suitcases, other big boxes that I have. Hey world, I want to show you what my table looks like. This microphone was sitting on somewhere, but I don't know what that thing went. So, all right, let me give you, this is my mirror. This is like a 3-part mirror from IKEA that I bought freshman year. It's just like on there with like command strips. So basically, this is my bed. You know, pretty simple. I got things charging here right now. Got some utility cards, stuff like that. I got some simple room decor. And then in terms of decoration, it's pretty simple. I have like 3 lights up and it lights up the room pretty well. It's kind of nice to get like LED lights, fairy lights, neon lights, kind of like that. And I have like 3 different mirrors in this room, and it just really opens up the amount of space that there is. It kind of creates this illusion that there's a lot more space than there actually is. Why do I kind of look naked? That's not good. Okay, so guys, I talked a little bit about like roommate situations, in my last video, or I didn't talk about it, my friend did. And I didn't really talk about it for the sake of time, but if you guys are curious, I can discuss it right now. But basically, I chose my roommate my freshman year. We had like a Google Slides type of system, and like basically you can go random by filling out this like sheet that the school sends you, and they try to place you, or you can pick yourself. I was really scared of getting a random person, and so I looked through everybody, and then I found my roommate, and it was like a great choice. We like got along very well, and you know, things like that. But there was a lot of things that happened like throughout the year in terms of just like, you know, her and I have never shared a room with anybody in our like 18 years of living, and so going from having our own room our entire life to like moving in together like with somebody every single day, like, you know, for an entire year, that's a big change. And there's a lot of like things that you need to learn that comes from that change, and it was really hard for me to grasp it in the moment. I think I have certain habits in terms of like how I like to keep things like very simple, very neat, like no shoes in the house, like blah blah blah. There's just like all these things that isn't necessary, but it's just like in my brain I'm like, oh, why can't everybody think the way that I do? Like, this is how I grew up. And it was just like, this exactly is how I grew up. This doesn't mean this is how everybody else grew up. And so having that understanding is like super duper important. And it was really hard for me to have that my freshman year, which kind of like created some distance, and there was quite a bit of hiatus, but basically we talked it out a year later, and we became best friends all over again, and we're living together this year, and we're gonna live together next year. And so, you know, it just goes to say that like, if you are finding like difficulties with your roommate but you're still really really close friends with them, it's probably not because there's an issue within the friendship. It's just the fact that like your guys' living situations might be very different. You know, the things that you want, the things you need from each other might be very different. For me, it's just I really enjoy personal space in my own room, like when I come home too. I'm a very social person when I'm outside of my room, but just with that, I just need a place to kind of debrief my like zen space. And for me, that's what my room is, a zen space. And so that's just kind of the things that I learned, and that's kind of like my advice to you guys. Okay guys, another thing to consider basically, you have to remember when you're coming to college, think about all the Targets in the area. There's probably like 3 around your college, but think, how many other colleges are near me? How many people goes to my college that it's gonna all be going to Target? So basically that was my mistake my freshman year. Coming from Hawaii, I just could not drive everything down like a lot of people do from like neighboring states and stuff like that. So I had to buy everything when I got here. And I bought a lot of things like bedding and like mattress toppers and things like that ahead of time, but basically when I got here, all the Targets and Hobby Lobbies and all those kind of places were pretty much raided. No more shower slippers, there was like no pillows left, like it was crazy. And so just to say, you know, order those things ahead of time, or just kind of like, I don't know, like bring it with you, I don't know, but yeah, that's an advice of mine. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Don't you give me up.